We fish out of Swansea and all around the Gower coast, out into the Bristol Channel, about 15 miles offshore.
I've been fishing here for 30 years for lobsters out of Hellsmouth Bay.
I fish out of Aberystwyth Harbour in West Wales.
The Mussel Farming in the Menai Strait is based on Port Penrhyn, which is the port for Bangor in Gwynedd.
My name's Brett Garner and I'm the skipper of this vessel, Top Cat. Pretty much the smallest boat out here now. Once it gets to about 14 degrees, which is usually the beginning of June, you'll catch more lobster. Unfortunately, as you start catching more lobster, the price also comes down as well. In the spring, I start fishing for crab. At the moment, basically, what it's working out at, we're just working harder and harder to make less and less money. We probably catch 10% of the crab we used to catch. They're just not there anymore. Most of mine go to Llandudno. This is a fish wholesaler. I've dealt with him for 25 years. He gives me a good price on my lobsters. My crab go local. They end up in local restaurants. At the end of the day, the money's where the lobster is. I used to land a box and a half a day. Nowadays, I'm lucky if I get a box and a half a week. I think we are getting close to being the last generation.
Working out of Swansea has been quite a challenge over the years because we've had very limited facilities here. We've had to physically manhandle the catch off the boat, drag it along the pontoon, drag it up the slipway and put it in your vehicle. My name is Nigel Sanders. I'm the owner and the skipper of the Danny Boy. Fishing in the Bristol Channel can be a challenge on its own because we've got the second highest tidal range in the world. Sometimes you can't put certain gear out in the middle of the channel because the tide will just wash it away. At the moment, we're fishing purely for whelks. Whelking is a very difficult form of fishing. It's very labour intensive, it's physically demanding. Our whelk catch at the moment, it gets processed and ends up in Korea and China. If we've got sufficient quantities, we take that down to Plymouth and get a much better price. In Wales, we can't get that same price. All we've got is one buyer local to us. As a child, an uncle of mine and a couple of my cousins used to go angling on a boat, and I just fell in love with it. I bought a boat and I haven't looked back. Fishing is my life now, and it always has been.
My name is Dean Parry. I'm the skipper and owner of the Three Sisters. I fish out of Aberystwyth Harbour. Family's been involved in the fishing industry 150 years. They had two big fishmongers in the town and they sold most of the local catch off my relatives' boats. We fish for whelk, lobster and crab. At the moment we're fishing for prawns. The summer is coming to an end. Nearly always it'll have to go abroad, mainly Europe, but it's growing that a lot of it now is going to Asia. Fishing could be a massive industry. I think at the moment now it's about £750 million a year, and I think it could be billions. Because the resource is there, but it's not being caught by us. I fish for that one day every year when you leave the harbour 7 o'clock in the morning. The sea is like glass and there is no better job. When I retire in 10 years' time, I will be the last of my family to have fished in Aberystwyth.
My name is Trevor Jones. I'm a director of Bangor Mussel Producers, which controls the activities of the mussel farming companies in the Menai Strait. mussel plots cover about 650 hectares and are all within 2–2.5 kilometres of the centre of the port. Fishing and aquaculture in Wales has never had the profile it deserves. We, as an industry, are very, very vibrant. We bring them back to the Menai Strait from South Wales, from Morecambe Bay, from Carnarvon Bar, and we put them down in various plots in the Menai Strait and nurture them over a 3-year period. In this part of the world, this aquaculture goes back to Roman times. This is geographically the best area to grow mussels in the whole of the UK, and all we're doing is operating symbiotically with what nature's provided us. We've got a fantastic area to do it in, and that's what we like doing. And the rest of it is just peripheral, really. You know, just producing mussels is all I want to do. This is an industry that produces 7,000 to 10,000 tonnes of good nutritional product every year, given access to regular supplies of seed mussel. And I think it's about time people started recognising that. At the moment, our main place of sale for mussels is northern France, so Brittany and Normandy. Middle of January onwards, we'll be really busy because that's when they've run out of their homegrown mussels. We've built up a hugely respectful relationship with lots of clients all over the continent. We want to see that continue. We are not too sure that this industry will thrive. I hope it does, and I'll work my hardest to make sure it does.